You run over and you pump 1 HP into him. The wound on Victor's neck, which is what took him down, stitches itself back together, leaving a bit of a scar there. Victor, you suddenly feel breath suddenly rush back into your lungs, and your eyes bolt open.
After hearing Pixie scream, I'll have looked back, seen Victor go down, and then immediately dashed back through the trees and with 2 hands brought my quarterstaff down on the red cap, which is already dead. I didn't know.
You are just pounding on a smoldering corpse.
Victor walks over to the red cap and he kicks at full force into his nose.
Fair enough. Roll me unarmed strike damage. It's going to be 0, isn't it?
It probably is. It is. I'll do the roll anyway, just so.
No, you do have damage.
Not that one.
Oh, 2 hit? Wow.
Oh no, I meant just roll the damage outright. I rolled a hit.
Oh, wow.
When you rolled in that one to hit, you miss and you fall straight on your back.
Oh, Jesse didn't do the one time.
You get 1 HP of damage, so...
I pump another HP into it.
Tempting, but I won't.
He knocked himself out.
Victor and me say pretty much the same thing at this point. Can anything go fucking right?
Just speak, a leaf falls and lands in your mouth.
I'm not going to take 1 point of suffocation damage. Fuck off.
Oh. That's nice, guys.
After hearing you, like, speak, and
Doing that.
I'll finally come out of my rage. Yeah, you okay? I saw you go down. I left
You
you.
went down?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
You went
alright.
down. Victor, did you?
Yeah,
go
not sure.
down?
Not sure how he heard me whispering through the trees, gotta be honest, but yeah, he got me good.
Oh. Oh, you're still standing, so that's.
I mean,
I'm glad
I
to see that.
Oh, like standing again.
wow.
Wobbly.
I'm still like bowing at the waist, saying sorry, and because I haven't dropped my spell yet, I'm moving at double speed, so I'm doing it really quick. Bowing
the anime.
apology. Yeah,
Nah,
I'm straight at my side.
nah, it's okay, Miko. I was trying to draw attention away from you, so
Yeah, thank you. He got me as well.
thanks, Pix and Nico. I appreciate the save.
I wanted to say we should do this more often.
And since everyone seems to be semi-alright, Pix will start picking pockets. Looking through them, seeing if she finds anything interesting on them.
Alright, well, I'm going to go and talk to our friend over here. I assume they're still alive.
There is no
Yes.
more crying coming from it.
As Victor walks by, I pat him on his shoulder and give him 5 points of health.
You have a really good pat on the shoulder.
Oh god, that's yeah, you're pretty good at this, Sergio. I'm feeling a lot better, thank you.
You did great.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
That's
Pixie, for the first one, give me an investigation with disadvantage against a smouldering corpse. Pockets contain a handful of copper coins, going to say 2d6, as well as a partially burnt trinket and some dirt.
Burning corpse is not gonna stop Pixie.
Nope.
No. So she's taking the 6 copper coins and the trinket.
The trinket's a little hanging star shape made out of wood. And give me a straight investigation roll for the other two. In the first one, you find 4d6 copper coins, as well as 2 trinkets. One also a star, the other one of a crystal, both made out of wood. And with the last one, roll 4d6 again for copper coins. Followed by a copper knife and 2 trinkets. One of these trinkets is a little rocking horse. The other is a tree. As you pick up the copper knife, you feel your hand start to burn slightly.
And she drops the copper knife. Looking at the others. This is uncomfortable. Do you wanna... This is strange.
Oh, I imagine pickpocketing a smashed up corpse would be.
No! This knife, it's in my hands.
The wooden one?
It would.
Pick it
It
up.
looks like a
Copper
metal.
one!
Oh, copper. Nico picks it up.
This feels like a knife, as you can tell.
It's a knife.
I hold my hand
Yes.
out.
And with that, Pixie goes to pick up her own dagger.
Michelle, you hand it to Sergio.
And Cedric.
Okay. You hold the knife, and yeah, it's fine.
It's an alright knife. Did it? It felt weird. Did you say? Uncomfortable?
Burning! Burning on my
Burning.
hands.
Perhaps it's specific to your kind.
So Pixie has no trouble touching copper coin though, right?
Correct, yes.
You never specified that, but the copper knife is giving her issues. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Is there anything written on the copper knife?
As you flip the knife over, you don't see any kind of inscription on it. Seems to be more or less made from one hunk of copper, though, just with a little bit of wrapping which is frayed and mostly pulled away around the handle.
I hand it back to. I want to hand it back to Pixie, but I don't think that's a smart idea.
She's not taking it. She's like, not mine.
Alright. Anybody else in the market for a dagger?
Keep it.
Going once, going twice. Alright.
Victor, you approach the tree whilst they are rummaging around, getting loot.
Okay. While Victor's approaching the tree and he's just going to ask it, just saying. So, you still alive?
Thank you. They would try to track me down. Can you believe it?
Considering they almost killed me too. Yeah, I can.
They're everywhere in the woods at the moment. They're awful.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me. So, can you tell us why they were chopping you? Were they asking you questions?
They didn't ask me anything. They just ran out, started shouting at me, and then started chopping me. I don't know.
What were they shouting?
Called me ugly. They were saying I was stupid. It was weird. I was stood out here in the open.
Honestly, I was hoping they would ask a couple of questions. Well, seeing as we're here, so might as well ask. We got directions from, I assume, some of your friends a little bit further downriver. We're looking for Lolo. Are we on the right track if we keep going north?
Yeah, just go north up the river. Keep going past Loom Lurch. It's one of the near one of the ferry circles on the right hand side of the banks.
Alright, well, that's useful to know. Are you... I know some of you guys can walk. Are you able to move someplace else, or are you one of those static trees?
I can move just slowly. My roots are a bit deep, so I kind of wriggle around slowly, leave a pattern like a snail. Hold on a second, I can do something for you. Just... and I falls down beside you.
Oh. What falls down beside him?
An apple.
Oh. Victor picks up the apple. You know what? I haven't had a bite to eat for a little bit. Thank you. Didn't get your name.
I'm Jiggles.
Well, here's the Jiggles. And Victor munches down and eats the apple.
Jingles. That's okay.
I thought you said Jiggles.
Sorry.
That's also what I heard.
Fair enough,
I
I
also
misspoke.
have jiggles.
I misspoke then, my bad.
I think Jiggles.
No, it's all jiggles, the tree.
What's their actual name, sorry?
We'll go with Jiggles. Screw it.
The Jiggles now.
Everyone heard that, we'll go with that.
So Victor eats the apple provided.
Roll 4d8.
Okay. $18.
You regain 18 health. You can literally feel the cuts on you fully mending and healing, barely leaving a blemish on your skin whilst you eat it.
Wow. Whoa, okay. Wow, what's an apple? I feel great.
A little bit of life sauce.
Hey. Oh. Thank you. I much appreciate that. I don't suppose you've got any more of those, do you?
It literally cost me my life to make them, so no.
Oh,
Sorry.
right. I thought it's just kind of something that occurred naturally. I don't want to hurt yourself. No, I just meant if you had any, but I'm not going to ask you if it's going to hurt you.
If you wait around a year, I could produce one naturally.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like a natural process, like you just had that to hand, but you actually used some of your life energy just now to produce that, didn't you? Then.
Yes.
Are you going to be all right then?
Oh yes. I wouldn't be here if you hadn't helped me. But so it's a fair trade.
Yeah, I would say so. Okay, well, I'm sorry for asking about more. I didn't realize it kind of came at a cost to you. But no, I appreciate that. I was kind of on death's door there, but yeah, thanks to you and my friends over there. I'm doing a lot better. No, you only move quite slowly, but you might want to try and get yourself out of the way. If you can, well, however you can.
Give me about 6 hours, I might make it to the edge of the clearing. I'll be able to hide then.
I mean, it's better than nothing, right?
Indeed it is.
Vic?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Pix, I'm coming. Thanks again for the apple, Jiggles.
You want to ask your friend what we should do with these carcasses? About hiding them? Your friend ideas?
As you say, ask that. You see roots come up out the ground near one of them, and it starts to pull this one underground.
They can do that. They can do that apparently, Pix. If it isn't going to hurt you much, would you mind hiding the others? I suppose it'll draw attention away from you as well if you can manage it.
Yeah, I was a bit hungry.
Oh, well, you can eat. Oh, okay. I think that's how that works, but I suppose trees from where I come from can't produce life-saving apples either. So yeah, that tracks. So yeah, Pick said they can hide the bodies. Well, eat them, I guess, from what they were saying. Yeah, I probably don't want to get too close to them.
In that case, sorry if the other one is charred a bit.
Tell her I said I don't mind.
No, she doesn't. Yeah, they don't mind. I mean, I suppose you can throw the head kind of in the general area. I'm guessing it'll just get sucked up with the body. Okay, I guess we wait for the tree to cannibalize the red cats. Then.
So, when are we gonna ask them about where?
Well,
What
that's
they
what I
are.
was saying, Pix. I couldn't really say anything about. Well, I mean, I asked the tree if they actually asked him anything. They just basically came up and started attacking him, just calling them ugly and just started hacking away. So they didn't seem to attack the tree for any particular reason or want to ask him any questions. I asked that too.
Maybe they needed wood.
I guess so. I mean, that's one reason,
This
but
tree.
no, they just seem to hack at the tree just because. I did ask that tree as well to just confirm the directions we got earlier. We just need to go a little ways past Loom Lurch, kind of like around the bank. That's where Lurloc is, near the mushroom circle there. Is there anything else you want me to ask him? I thought those were the most important questions.
Does he know who Scabatha is looking for?
I suppose I could ask that specifically. Hey, Jiggles. Don't suppose you know of Scabatha Nightshade, do you?
You mean the hag that rules this realm?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I don't know how much the average tree knows, so I didn't want to assume.
Nah, she's a bit of a bitch. Lives in with cops or one of our old elders.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I've had a personal thing of well, I don't suppose you've heard any rumors about who she's looking for at the moment. I think that's the reason why those red caps were milling about. I was hoping that one of them might have said something about it, but I guess if you know who Scabatha is, chances are you might at least have an idea of what's going on here. I guess all of you guys are always listening to the stuff going on around you, right?
Yeah, there's not as much else that we can normally do. They're after some kind of traitor. Took something, apparently.
Did he give a name or a description of what they look like?
No, but they put two heads near the bridge into the main part of Loomlurch.
Wait, two heads?
Yeah. Kind of like robot heads, like your friends over there.
Hmm.
Good to
Right.
know.
Okay.
So
I
they
would
are
say
looking for me.
I would say that Victor's relaying this in real time, just for ease sake. Hmm. Just out of curiosity, so kind of like him over there, for
Yep.
example.
To be honest, their heads are nearly identical. One of them has a plume, though.
Hmm. Oh, so looking for two people? Because you mentioned two heads.
No?
Hmm. That's interesting. Okay. Well, do you guys want me to ask any more questions since we're?
No.
Thank you for your help, Tree.
Yeah, I don't actually know if you can you hear my companions? I'm guessing you can. I'm guessing it's just you can't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you can hear. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm still getting used to these weird tree powers. Yeah, didn't have to do tree posts with you. Suppose you had other things anyway. Oh, thank you for your help in.
What about that? Nothing.
Are you guys like a hive mind or something? Just out of curiosity.
Our roots all intermingle in the ground, so we pass information.
Okay. So yeah, I know you fair to. Okay, well I'll just for both of our sakes pretend that I didn't hear that. And yeah, thank you again for all your help and assistance. And try to get yourself to safety as fast as you possibly can. It personally joins the group. So yeah, it looks like my suspicion might have been correct then. They're looking for you, Nico. There's two heads outside of Loomlich, one that looks exactly like yours and one with a feather. So I'm guessing the reason I'm guessing the reason they did that is just because maybe they kind of wanted to show that one, like, you know, there's one version with, like, either looking out for the one with a feather or you know, if they've removed it. Since, I think, you know, the other two guys have, actually, that's a point. I'm guessing there might be a couple that look like you then?
Yeah. I mean, when I first met Skabata, she thought that I was the one who had the one with the feather.
She's. Oh, right. So maybe it's just like in case, like, yeah, because maybe they just assume that you remove the feather to make it a bit less obvious. So yeah, I'm guessing they might just be looking for the same one. But you know, that's actually reminds me. It's strange that we didn't see that. See that one on either of our visits. Because, you know, the other two are around, but... Yeah. I mean, I suppose there's the obvious question that's... well, the obvious explanation that's... You keep saying that you were from there originally. Do you really remember much about your life before you met us? What you did with yourself?
Yeah. All of it. I'm not from here.
I mean,
I'm from
to be
back
fair,
and
I don't think we've ever really talked about it.
you haven't?
No, I mean, I'm just asking the question because we never discussed it. I'm just wondering. A few people have made the comparison, so just wondering why it started out. I mean, I suppose it could just...
Okay, then quick backstory into who am I. My name is Nico Edward Theodore Silverblade from my house Silverblade. I come from a family of knights that swore loyalty to the current king and queen, Tyrant Stem IV. Our specific job... What?
But you weren't always like this, were you? Like, that...
No.
You lost your body, didn't you?
Yes.
I mean, So... Did you lose it at the carnival? Like, how did the transition happen? Did you just fall asleep one day and wake up as this the next? Because that's probably the part that I'm curious about.
Well, yes. One day I sneaked out of the house to go and visit the carnival, but we weren't allowed to go for leisure activities because we had training and a strict schedule. But I sneaked out, went to the carnival, sneaked in, gonna be honest, which isn't really night-like. But I also didn't want to be found out, so it's not like I could purchase a ticket. And then it became fuzzy, and after that, I remember little bits and pieces of the carnival. And then one day I woke up, the carnival was gone, and I was in this body.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
since then, I haven't been home since then.
Fair enough. I mean, it's just odd that they seem to mistake you. It's almost like when your body was moved, it's like you I mean, I'm just throwing theories out here, to be honest, but it's almost as if you inhabited that particular soldier of Scabbethers, because you would have expected that we would have seen it by now. And since they didn't seem to distinguish you from the others.
The only, because when I was walking around, all of them look the same, but some of them have a little bit, something different. One had a plume feather, one had a hat, I believe, the other one had some markings. So I think there are many different types, or at least they all look the same, but it's a little bit of variety. And because of that, it was difficult to know.
Yeah, I suppose.
How
I
many
suppose
there
at I suppose at a glance it would be difficult to say. The only reason I mention that specifically is just because there were two armies out there, so they were specifically looking for the one with the feather thing. Because from what sort of Jangles over there said, and well, the other traders spoke to. Well, actually, no, it was Nib, wasn't it? They only mentioned one traitor, so.
But they are still looking for a trader.
Yeah, and I think it's quite
So-
fair at this point they're looking for you.
Did
If the
the
other
tree
one-
say it's a picture of the head or the head?
No, they said that the heads were on posts outside Loomwatch.
On posters?
Posts
Oh, on post.
is what you did say.
Wow.
Posts. You did say posts, didn't you, Jangles?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, yeah.
There, don't worry, I'll be there soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
then-
definitely posts, not posters.
Well, maybe Scabbada did mistake me for the one with the bloom of feather. Maybe she thought that I could be one out of 3 different versions, different varieties.
I suppose the only other thing we could do is, if the other tin soldiers are searching the forest, if we came across one of them and found a way to, well, kind of isolate and keep them quiet, you could just, well, imitate one of the others. I mean, if it's literally a difference of a garment, you could literally just take the hat that they've got and do the exact same shebang again. Or we just go with a different
I don't
clan
think
completely.
any of them are still around.
Hmm?
There was always talk of 2 big guys, and now 2 heads are on display. How many of the big metal guys do you think are still around?
I thought there was 3 in total, so there should be one left. I mean,
Maybe
I'm
that's
only
the trader. Maybe he's trying to get rid of all the Tin Men and then try again from start.
It's just because Nib said that that the Tin Men were searching the forest, so I just assumed that there might be more. I mean, unless they
You
were
don't get
searching
Tin Men.
initially.
There's the big There's the big guys, and then there's the little tin men. The little foot soldiers. They're
That is
Our
also
size.
true. There's also the
Not his
little
size.
foot soldiers.
Okay, so maybe Pix's theory is correct then.
So then they could all of them be searching for the third tin man, or a big guy. Yeah, I don't think that I could take over the identity of one if she's trying to
Yeah.
get rid of all of them. So we need
Yeah.
a different plan.
Yeah, the only reason I thought that might work is because you said that there was only two, one with the feather and one that looked like you. You don't wear any extra garments.
Well, I did have my glaive and backpack with me, so
Well, I mean, like a hat was mentioned, so I just
Yeah,
assumed there was more. Well, like you said, so I assumed maybe some of them might have been still around since. Well, why would you leave the feather on one of them if you're going to take everything off? The thing is, I think either way it's going to be risky for you to go back in if you, well, take over their identity or no. We need probably another plan.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to get anywhere standing around here. We need to find. We probably want to at least get to Lolo, considering it's right next to, well, quite near to Loomlet right now. I think we need to get a better idea of what's going on from Will. And really more to the point, if there are actually any other any soldiers like you that we need to be aware of, because even if we're not going to go the impersonation route, it would be nice to know if there are actually any more skulking around the forest, because those radcaps mess me up, so I wouldn't really like to come across one of them if I could avoid it. I've seen what you can do in a fight, Nico. I wouldn't like to be on the receiving end of, well, someone else like you.
I also don't want to see them again. This whole time I've been dabbing at my cuts with some little paste.
A very
Well-
pasty boy. So.
Well, Jangles is going to try and make themselves scarce as fast as they can go. They can move the trees, a lot of them. It just takes them a bit of time. But in the meantime, I reckon we just keep going the way we were going and just try to, well, hopefully nothing else like this happens that we have to interfere with.
out of character. I'm about
No
out of
worries.
time.
What did you say, sorry, Pamela?
There's nothing in particular at the moment, then. I'd say we end the session here.
Yeah, I think this is a good stopping point.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We should be back with this in about 2 weeks or so, all being well. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you soon. Goodbye.
Hello.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.